Hi there, Colin Gwynn here with DJI. In this video, we're going to take a little bit more of an in-depth look at your remote controller, how it works, and how to switch it from CE compliant mode to FCC compliant mode, which is a little bit more powerful and give you a little bit more range. So for the remote controller itself, we use a standard 5.8 gigahertz radio frequency that tells the Phantom where to go at any given moment. Now the reason we use Wi-Fi to control the camera and see the video downlink and have that kind of two-way communication back and forth is because it's a great way for two-way data communication. But even though we've got the latency very, very low at 0.1 seconds, if you had a 0.1 second latency on controlling the actual craft, it wouldn't feel as great. It wouldn't be that one-to-one feel that we are able to achieve using a standard one-way 5.8 gigahertz standard RF frequency. That way, the moment you turn this stick, the Phantom immediately reacts, which gives you that really, really nice one-to-one feel with the Phantom 2 Vision. Now, the next thing we want to show you about on this transmitter is that we ship the transmitter or the remote controller out of the box for our European customers because that's the most stringent regulation out there, which is limited to 25 milliwatts of output power. Now you'll know it's in CE mode because when you turn it on, you'll hear a single beep. So let's do that. Okay, so you hear one beep. That means we're in CE mode. Now, to switch the remote controller into FCC mode, which will go from about a 300 meter range in CE mode to a 500 meter range in FCC mode, you'll simply take the screwdriver that we include in the box of your Phantom 2 Vision. So you'll want to find the lower hole and using the flat head end, go ahead and find the groove of the screw inside, turn it all the way clockwise until it stops, and now you'll be in FCC mode. And we'll know that we're in FCC in the more powerful mode when we turn it on and hear two beeps. Okay, great, there we go. We're now in the more powerful FCC mode of 100 milliwatts of output power, which will give you about 500 meters of range for your command and control. So now that we've taken a quick look at the remote controller and how to switch from CE mode to FCC mode, let's take it outside and see how it works. So the first thing I want to do before I take off is make sure that my S1 switch is all the way in the top position. That way I know that if I were to lose reception with my Phantom 2 Vision, I know that it's going to fly itself all the way home and land itself right back where it took off. As opposed to being in the middle or the lower position, it'll just fly itself back into range with my remote controller and then wait for me to keep flying. Now if you want it to do that, you can be in the middle or the lower position, but if you want it to fly all the way home and land itself, it's best to be all the way up in this top position. Now the S2 switch doesn't actually do anything out of the box for when you're learning and for beginners, but later with downloadable software, you'll be able to enable more advanced features for your Phantom 2 Vision. So for now, we don't have to worry about that one. The S1 switch is all the way up. We're gonna go down and together to start the motors. We're gonna push up on our altitude stick to take off. Then I can push forward on my elevator stick or the right stick here, which makes the Phantom go forward. I can push to the left to make the Phantom go left, to the right to make it go right. So again, the left stick is going to control our altitude going up and down. So let's take a look at that. If I press up, it immediately goes up. And if I press down, it immediately comes down. Now remember, when you're coming down with the Phantom 2 Vision, it's going to have some inertia and it's going to take it a little bit to catch itself. So you don't want to go all the way down and let it go all the way near the ground before you let go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down fast, and then when I let go of the stick, you'll notice it's going to take it about 7 or 8 feet of altitude to catch itself. So let's come down quickly. When I let go, it catches itself. It took about 8 feet or so. So just be aware that you don't want to be moving down very quickly and then let go 2 feet off the ground because the Phantom's going to hit the ground. So that's your altitude stick. And then also the same stick going left and right controls your yaw to the left or right. So you can spin around and do things like that. And the nice thing is in the beginning, you'll want to use the yaw stick to just keep the back of the Phantom facing you as you move around yourself. Then later on, you'll use it to do, really fun things and you'll get better at flying the Phantom. You can fly nose in, you can fly in circles around things and get some really cool creative shots. So that's a look at how the controller works and a look at that one-to-one motion that we're able to achieve using this type of technology. And hopefully you're out there having fun and learning how to fly.